Voters at several polling units in Lagos had to wait for the arrival of Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) officials as polls opened across the country at 8 a.m. In Epe, few voters at the Ogunmodede Junior and Senior College in Papa Epe, where Governor Akinwunmi Ambode of Lagos State is expected to vote, were still awaiting INEC officials as at 8:21 a.m. A few security officials were also on the ground at the school. In Ambode West, some voters who arrived early complained about INEC officials' absence at Papa Road Ward 004 and 004B, Elena Primary School. As at 8:25 a.m., voters continued to hang around the Ambode West ward for the election, which was supposed to kick off by 8 a.m. Eligible voters in Badagry, a coastal town in Lagos State, besieged different voting units as early as 7 o'clock a.m., awaiting the arrival of the officials. The news agency of Nigeria, INEC, reports that there were more than 300 voters at the Ansarudeen Grammar School, Badagry, for polling units 03 and 04, waiting for INEC officials. As at 8:20 a.m., the situation was the same at Badagry Grammar School, which would serve as one of the collation centers, as well as polling units 01 and 02, where the officials of INEC were seen waiting endlessly for vehicles to take them to different polling units. One of the polling officers told NAN that they slept in the school so that they could get to their destinations on time. According to her, "We are still waiting for the vehicles that will convey us to our polling units." Meanwhile, INEC officials have arrived Ikoga, Igbosun, Pota polling units as early 8:04 a.m. and the voting process has commenced. Tunji Akand, a voter at Badagry Grammar School, said it was sad that when voters left their homes as early as 6 o'clock a.m. and walked to the polling station, they had to wait till 9 a.m. for INEC officials. "This is unfortunate. We learnt the election would start by 8 a.m. but unfortunately, nothing is happening here," he said. NAN reports that the bus conveying the officials arrived at 8:42 a.m. and carried the stranded INEC officials to their duty posts. Accreditation and voting were yet to commence at polling unit 009 at Dora Road, Ashanti, Randall Roads in Apapa, as of 8:45 a.m. The news agency of Nigeria, NAN, reports that the governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Jimmy Agbaje, is expected to vote at the polling unit. As many as 50 were seen on the queue, waiting for the commencement of the process. Though electoral officers arrived at the polling units with materials on time, they spent much time pasting voter registers and making other preparations for the process. The situation at the polling unit, however, remained calm as voters were orderly and security men were around to check any breach of peace. The situation was the same at polling unit 1, Modig, Agbai, Queen's Barracks in Apapa, as the process commenced. Unlike at Mr. Agbaje's polling unit, where there was a long queue of voters waiting, the electoral officers were the ones waiting for voters. As of 9 a.m., a couple of voters were seen arriving at the polling unit to partake in the process. Meanwhile, Lagos roads were free of vehicular movement due to the restriction of movement. Security personnel were seen on the roads to maintain law and order ahead of the general elections, NAN.